in a slightly less hectic way, but I don't know. It definitely is it's been a quick week for myself, but very, very intense. A lot of things are happening. All good things. I would say all pretty normal things, just life, but that's why you haven't seen me in a few days, but we're here, and I'm ready to chill. It is Sunday for my Insomniac and early access beans. So hello, happy Sunday. I hope that today went well for you. And for all my other wonderful beans, my sober beans, my baked beans, happy freaking Monday. Let's start this week off with a bang, of course. You know, I tend to release videos on Monday, I've realized. We're just starting off the week, you know, relaxing together, which isn't bad at all. But speaking of my Insomniac beans, I have some exciting news for you. We have a new Insomniac bean. So let's go ahead and pack up, roll up, heat up that rig, heat that thing up. It's the beginning of the week. But of course, if you're a sober bean, let's start it off with some relaxation. Anyways, I wanted to say thank you so much to our new Insomniac, Hazy Cloud. Hazy Cloud. I was very excited because Hazy actually joined the Insomniac beans on the perfect day. I was able to introduce Hazy to that side of the channel the same day I was dropping a video. I don't know. I was just very excited. So, welcome to the member side of the channel, and I hope that you've been watching those videos. I hope you've been enjoying them. And thank you so much for that extra support that you are giving the channel. I really do appreciate you. And unfortunately, in tonight's video, I'm already baked. Surprise, surprise. So, if you're taking a rip, or if you were waiting on me, let me just go ahead and say, cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. I can make a nice little lighter sound for you, but unfortunately, I will not be taking a rip tonight with you. I'm already too baked. And I've got some responsibilities to take care of after this video. So get even more baked for me. So we're playing Wizards101, and the producer actually asked if I could record this video. This was our favorite childhood game. And wait, let me not forget about the lighter sounds. Here you go. Cheers. And I'll do one more for you. Wonderful. Let me not catch my hair on fire. I'm just taking a deep breath as we watch this very quick tutorial. So yeah, the producer really loved this game growing up, and she was actually playing with me, or I should say watching me play, as I recorded this first episode. That way she could show me around and explain things, and she was very excited, so that's why you did not get any live commentary with the game, because the producer was reminiscing with me. It was great, actually. And in the future, she said that there's a possibility that if she can get some free time, she will update her laptop. That way we can play together and should say, as the one of the perks, but the producer, if she's ever in a video and she's whispering, that is gonna go straight to the Insomniac beans only. Mainly because she is just so special and is always such a rare sighting on the channel, so I wanted the Insomniacs to also feel, you know, as special as she is when she hops on this channel. So when she does play Wizard101 or Wizard101, I can't really remember. I know the loading screen popped up. But if she's playing on this side of the channel, you'll most likely only see her character. She won't be whispering in the videos. Or I should say, she won't do any soft speaking. She just won't be in the video other than her character. Man, every time that I record, I'm cold, and so I throw on a hoodie, but every time I'm recording, it ends up getting really, really hot downstairs, and now I'm sweating. I am wearing a drug rug, if you know what that is. I don't actually know the proper name of this hoodie, but if you know what I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. That's what I'm currently in, and it's just way too hot for all that right now. So I honestly wasn't. Oh, look at me doing my little dance because I won the battle. I thought that was so funny. The character dancing around like that. I'm really surprised that the producer actually liked playing this growing up. Look at me dancing. Yeah, I don't know. She made me so happy when she was dancing like that after the battle. It was a nice surprise. I didn't think that the characters would dance. I don't know what happens if I lose though, so we'll have to wait and find out. I was taking my time reading all this, but I would read it to you right now, but my editing software is minimized. It's on a minimized screen, so I can barely read the words. The reason that I'm surprised that the producer liked playing this game is because it kind of felt like a Pokemon in a way. Like some of the interface, I guess. I don't know, I didn't really play Pokemon too much growing up, but it, maybe not, I shouldn't say the interface reminds me of Pokemon. I think it's more just the battling and having those cards. You could also relate it to Yu-Gi-Oh! I did collect Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards growing up. Oh my gosh, I was so excited that they had a howdy, a howdy option for a hello remark. I saw that they also had emotes, but I did not try them. You know, we gotta bring Fortnite back onto the channel. Let me just tell you, I need to tell you about my hectic day today. Today's Sunday, September 14th, 2025, currently 6 p.m. when I'm recording. Before I get into my hectic day, I need to take a sip of water, so you probably know that right now is the best time for you to do that. So let's go ahead and hydrate together. It'll be a good milestone for us today. I actually did not drink as much water as I would have liked to today. It was just such a weird day, and I had it all I should say, when I woke up, I realized that the producer was not in bed, and she was in the bathroom, and I could kind of hear what was going on, and she was throwing up. She is still feeling very sick and still throwing up on and off. She is okay, I promise. She has a lot of sick days, and I feel so bad for her when she's going through this. You might hear Stromboli purring, by the way. He's on my lap, though, so you're not gonna get the same kind of purring that you got with Pipsqueak in one of the other videos, unfortunately. That was a really good cat ASMR, though, when Pipsqueak came on the mic. It was adorable. Anyways, so yeah, the producer has been sick all day. She has been in bed all day. And I randomly wake up throughout the night in around 1 or 2 a.m. I was up, and so I got on my phone. I know I shouldn't have, because then I stayed up. But I was on Facebook, and I followed these groups. If you are on Facebook and you're looking for like cheap items or even free sometimes, you don't necessarily have to go on Facebook Marketplace. If you look up like your neighborhood, you can find community like pages that are about either selling, your items, or sometimes just saying that, hey, this is free. So that's Stromboli purring away. I also, really quickly, about this game, I loved that you could join random people in matches, and that people could also join you and help you battle the bad guys. I thought that was really cool, and a really good way. Oh, look at us dancing. In a really good way, if kids are playing this, to interact with other people, and also kind of this game isn't something that you throw a headset on and you can talk to other people the way you can with Call of Duty. But I think it still helps kids learn how to work together. I don't know, I think that's really cool about this game. But the producer was telling me when I was trying to walk and help them in their battle that I may not have had enough of a higher level or a high rank to join their battle. But eventually we'll get there. So anyways, yeah, back to those Facebook groups. I was scrolling at 1 or 2 in the morning last night, and I had seen that someone in one of those communities that I follow, they ended up posting about this cute freaking vanity that they were selling, and it was only $10. Bro, $10. I don't want a vanity personally, but the producer has been wanting one for at least a year now, and she has always told me how specific she wants it to be. And when I saw it in the middle of the night, she was sleeping, so I was like, do I message the person selling it right now, because they had posted it an hour before I had seen it. But I was like, this just seems unnecessary to text them at 2 in the morning. What if they are asleep now? I would hate to be the cause of them waking up, but Stromboli might be leaving me. He might bump his head real quick. I hope he doesn't. I think he's alright. So in the morning, when I heard the producer getting sick, I went up to her, and she was still able to talk to me and hold a conversation, and she was very conscious. Sometimes when she gets sick, she's like, you're talking to her, but when she is healthy the next day, she won't really remember the conversation because she was just so ill. later, she's still throwing up, unfortunately, so I wake up and I just start going about my day. I ended up messaging that lady on Facebook Marketplace. Well, okay, so I know I just said you don't need to use Facebook Marketplace, and you can just join these communities. That is very true. The producer and I have gotten stuff from people for free off of those community pages. I did not realize that this was a Facebook Marketplace community page until today. It's just the first time that I've actually said yes to something on the website, or not website, but the page. So it was $10 I had seen, and I was like, okay, bet. I messaged the lady around like 6:50, 8 in the morning. And I was just basically like, hey, if you still have this available, I'm very interested. Please let me know a good time, like, that works for you so that I can come and pick it up. When the lady woke up, she messaged me, and she said it was still available, and that she was at home, and that she could be home all day, or whenever I wanted to come and pick it up, so I let her know that it was about a 30-minute drive from her, and then I said that I could be on my way. I, of course, went and got some coffee, and I did have to leave the producer at home. She was a little worried for me, because this was my first time ever picking something up from a random house without her, and also something off of Facebook Marketplace. I don't know. I was also, like, a little cautious, but I don't know, I wasn't scared. Like, who is gonna do anything at 9 in the morning? I don't know. But anyways, even my barista, the owner of the coffee shop, even that lady was like, do you have your pepper spray with you? And I laughed and I was like, no, but I have my toolbox. I was bringing my toolbox because this vanity, I wasn't really sure if it was gonna fit in my Nissan. I have a Nissan Altima, in case you don't know that, I don't know, and you want to visualize this story. But the Nissan Altima, I would say, is like a pretty decent sized car, and most of the time I'm very confident about what I think my car can haul around, like how much stuff I can actually fit in it, what size items. Typically I am very confident, but since this vanity was only, like, there's only one picture of it and it was from the front, it looked tiny. I was like, this is definitely doable. I think I can take this for sure. So when I messaged the lady, I did not ask for the measurements or anything. I just kind of said, I will be arriving in a black Nissan Altima. That way, you know, she knows who I am as well. And so I'm on my way. I'm jamming out, of course. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm on like a freeway, so it's not a highway. It only has two lanes, and it goes up to like 60, no more than 65 miles per hour. And it's a gorgeous day. No one is out on the road. It's a Sunday morning. It is about 8:30. I've got my coffee. Just an open road, man. It was beautiful. I was able to wear my sunglasses. It was just gorgeous. I don't know. I wish I could have shared that experience with you. That would have been beautiful. So, and it's so funny because the direction that I was going in where she lived is actually very close to the new job that I have, and the ride to work every day is just so beautiful. It is definitely more crowded on the roads, but still, and the sunrise is gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, beautiful view. Nothing but time, so I did not mind that I was basically heading into work today. But anyways, I get to this lady's neighborhood, and it's a really pretty neighborhood. I loved the houses. They were all so beautiful. And then I ended up parking. I walked up to her house. It is very quiet outside. Her neighbor is out there, and I did not notice him until I walked up to the woman's door and rang the doorbell. And then I walked away from the door like a couple of feet because I didn't want to be weird. And then I see her neighbor like tending to his garden, and he looked up at me, and so I said, like, hello. And he did that like when you're walking on a hike, that smile, that like weird awkward smile. I don't know. It's a meme. If you know, you know. And that meme kills me because it is just so true. I hope that you see it now that I've talked about it, but anyways, so I walk up, ring the doorbell. She comes out, and I tell her that I have $15 here, and I'm gonna give her the full 15, even though it was only 10. And I was like, in case you want to buy yourself some coffee or something. I don't know. I felt like sometimes I just want to give people a little extra just because they're providing me with something that I hadn't found, and the producer really wanted it, and it was super early, so go get yourself a coffee. I don't know. And she was very nice, and she even helped me bring it out to my car. Then we struggled a bit, and I was getting very scared. Let me tell you, I had even asked her before she started, bringing it out to my car. I was like, do you think it'll fit in my car? Is the mirror detachable? She said that the mirror was not detachable, so I was like, oh man. But she pointed to her car, and I think it was like, oh, what are those cars? It's a Ford. I almost got it for my car instead of the Nissan. Let me think. We found some gold, though, by just going off the trail, and I really like that. These red orbs are the health orbs. Orbeez. No. Did you ever play with Orbeez as a kid? And then the blue orbs are like, I think they're called Gamma. They're almost like experiences, what I would say. And the wooden chests provide you with little goodies, and I'm really excited because I think that the gold we can use to get furniture or buy like a house. I'm trying to complete these quests. So anyways, this lady and I are struggling to get this vanity in my car, and what is it? A Ford Fusion. I wonder if it was a Ford Fusion, but it had to be like a 2016 kind of Ford Fusion. I don't know, so I also did have faith that it would fit in my car. And again, usually I have confidence, but oh man, was I only running on hope, no confidence here. And then when we were struggling, I was scared, and I was so scared. And I had told her, I was like, I am determined to take this home. I've been looking for this for a year. And then finally, so we're trying to put it in my back seats. It's almost fitting, but it's just a little too awkward to fit in between the ceiling and then my seats. It's just too cramped. So then we opt for the trunk. We put it in, and when I open it, she was very hopeful because she was like, your trunk looks a little deeper than mine, so I think it'll definitely work. Well, throw it in. Not actually, we're not breaking that mirror. We put it in, and guess what? It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit, man. And all this time, I'm like, no, the producer is dying at home, and I just want to bring her something back that she's gonna love, you know, like tomorrow, because she'll finally be conscious. But man, I was losing hope until the woman said, wait, the lady I got this from said the legs detach, but I have not tried doing that because it fit in my car. So as soon as she said that they detach, I immediately start trying to wiggle it. Ooh, and it worked. I was so happy that the original seller told her that they detach, and she remembered. Because I was really getting scared that I wouldn't be able to bring it home. But I brought it back home, and the drive back home was just as gorgeous. And then I started freaking out because I was like, oh shit, I did not protect that mirror in the trunk. And if you know the stereotype of Nissan Altima drivers, you know I was driving crazy. Oh man. And so I'm worried about that on the drive, and I was gonna pull over and put like the fluff, or like the extra clothing I have in my trunk. It's not extra clothing, it's like a parachute thing that you use when you're back in kindergarten. I don't know, I wanted to hotbox it, I haven't had the chance. Or use like a jacket that I had back there. So I did almost stop, but the jams were jamming. If you use Spotify, I used to really be against DJX, but let me tell you, he's finally understood my taste in music, and I've completely gone away from the playlists. I am only listening to DJ. I'm always like, hit me with what you got today, DJ, and sometimes he is just so off of his game. Then I'll switch over to my playlists. But, you know, he's been doing great lately, so I highly recommend him, and he'll even throw out new song suggestions that you may have not heard of before, or new bands, or just show you, like, what's trending on the top 50 songs on the radio. I don't know. But we've got access to a broom now, so I thought, why not equip it? And we can go for a ride onto all of the new quests. But this little book kind of shows you that there's furniture you can control, or like see the inventory. You have like a pet section. All cool things in this game, to be honest. I've already got the second episode recorded, so I just gotta do a voiceover for that. So fast forward from my drive home, I did not stop and fix the mirror, but when I got home, I was crossing my fingers, and I was like, please, tell me that mirror didn't break. It didn't. It looks so beautiful in our room. I'm excited for the producer to finally use it. Or not finally, I'm not trying to word it in a weird way like that. I just mean, like, I'm excited for her to see it, to touch the drawers and like mess with the mirror. See, I don't know. She's only been able to see it while throwing up, but I want her to be able to use it, and I think she's really excited for it, but you know, she's got to take care of herself first. I did make her a chicken noodle soup earlier, but she wanted applesauce instead because she said the flavor of the scent of the flavored soup, it was a little triggering. And I know that she's gonna say that every time that she's sick, but yet I continue to make her soup, and I need to wait to make her soup until the next day. I don't know why I do it every time. But I did eat it. It was great, so was the start of today, I did not get to go grocery shopping, which I really needed to do. But after this video, I'm gonna meal prep for the week. I think I'm gonna do some sort of like cold pasta, and I'm gonna add some sausage, Italian seasoning, corn, I don't know what else, mayo, wait, maybe not mayo, I don't know, since I'm gonna add the Italian. But then my internet was out all day, so, oh man, that was an issue in itself, but it's all fixed now, so I'm very excited. I think that is one of the kids screaming, but I can't really tell. Yep, he's coming, I'm gonna lower this gain really quick, especially since it's the end of the video. But anyways, it's Ramble, he's here to say hello. But that's pretty much the end of my day, really. I didn't get much done. So after this video, I'm gonna edit, I'm gonna go meal prep my week and the producer's lunch week. And then I'm gonna take a shower, do some dishes, and then maybe start a load of laundry. I think it's gonna be a great week. The new guy started at my job. Since it's the end of the video, I'll say this so that you're not stressing out, but I don't think he's a good fit, man. I don't, but we're gonna see. I'm scared. I'm scared for my boss, but we're gonna see if things get better. But it's been interesting, to say the least. But I am still loving what I'm doing. It is the 4th week now that I'm here, and you know, I really love my boss, and I hope that I really do think that this dynamic is going to, this is just who he is, and I'm excited for that. I'm really loving the position. I'm learning a lot about marketing, which again, I've never done in my life until this job. Like as something I'm getting paid for, I should say. And I've been learning a lot. But yeah, I hope that you have an excellent weekend if you're finishing this video off on Sunday. If you're here on Monday,